Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Pagan Goddess Tarot. And today I'm going to do a zodiac reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Welcome anybody else that happens to be on the channel. Let's see. Even though it is for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius, it's still a general collective reading, so you have to take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. This is going to be through the a weekly reading through from the 4th through the 10th. Let me see. What I'm trying to say is that take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. But remember, if it resonates with you in the future, then there's nothing wrong with that. This is fortune telling. It may not resonate with you today, but in a couple days, couple weeks, couple months, couple years, whatever, it may resonate. You can find this video 20 years from now and it might resonate with you. We use the dates mostly to categorize our readings. I mean, you know, like the library has to, when you have 1,000 books, you have to know how to categorize them. And it's not necessarily that the meaning of them, it's just, it's easier to find them. And we have to have some way of tracking that. So 20 years from now, readings are timeless. So, you know, don't let that stop you or throw you. Okay, disclaimers. If you're under 18 years of age, you need to exit left. You are not supposed to be on this video. I do have full frontal nudity on some of these cards. YouTube says you can't see that, so you need to move along down the line. There's for the rest of you that may be offended by that, there's no sexual connotation to these cards. It is just a reflection of, it's a Celtic deck. So it's a reflection of the artist's interpretation of that time frame or these energies. Actually, these energies. So, let me see. I think I have sworn once in all my readings. I said hell this morning. If that offends you, I get it. But, you know, I'm a grown-up. And it was actually, how would I put that? It came out. It was perfect. It was a perfect response for what I was saying. So, I'm sorry if that offends you. If it really does offend you, I have to say that's the first time I've ever sworn in any of my videos, and it even surprised me. I thought, but if it offends you, I can understand that. So I'm not going to be upset if you choose not to watch the videos. I'd rather you did because it's rare, but you know, I can understand it. You know, we have to, you know, love and light. So, if you like my videos, push a like, subscribe, share, and hit the little bell icon so that you get notifications whenever I post more videos. It's, I don't know how to explain this, but it helps the channel exponentially. It's a very new channel, and it's been very helpful. So, and I love all your likes and comments, by the way. So I'm going to start the reading. First, I'm sorry, I'm very tired. I just got home from work. I have the Spirit Animal Oracle. And by the way, I do pre-shuffle my cards, so you don't have to listen to 20 minutes of shuffling. I cannot believe this. This bat has come out in at least 3, and I made a point to shuffle and double shuffle the cards. And it's a great card. It's just that I wanted to make sure I'm shuffling. So Sagittarius, here you go. It's a bat spirit. Rebirth is assured. That's unbelievable. It's like, never mind. Sorry. So I'm going to take 2 cards from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. And I choose Oracle cards because they have their own message. They're very powerful messages in their own right. But I found that when I work with them in conjunction with a tarot reading, they talk to each other. Call me crazy. Everybody else does. But it works. They really like talk to each other. They don't talk to each other. They work together. And I guess that makes sense because both of them are spirit cards. And they're your spirit guidance, and so your spirit family is kind of like, okay, yeah, she said this. Well, your grandmother said this, you know. Does that make sense? So, Sagittarius, this is winter. This is a wolf. And it says, take care of your own needs. Alright, so you probably, Sagittarius is a very loving and giving. Yeah, we have a lot of, we got a lot of bad press, but we are very loving and giving. And sometimes we will give way too much. And this came up in the last reading too. This is insane. Take note of intuitive measures. Actually, it's not. We're getting close to a lunar eclipse. So, I don't know. Check these moon cycles because I'm going to tell you, my daughter and I have been off the wall. Even she said, I'm going to go check out this, well, she's learning. Okay. And she's the eclipse stuff or moon stuff, moon cycles. But I mean, she had a pretty good grasp on it, but she didn't mean it. She is actually curious. It's not a insult. She just didn't know the terminology. So, all right. Now we're going to move into the tarot part of the reading. We have, if you hear growling in the back, it's not a demon or anything. It's my grand puppy. And I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's hollering about, but. So, we have the past, the present, the future, the advice from spirit, and the most probable outcome if you take spirit's advice. So, in the past, you had the King of Pentacles. Okay, this is somebody that's very earthy. They like their pleasures. They like their warm robes, obviously, because it's cold. But they bring abundance. Like, so, if you look in the if you look behind them, that's a holly bush. That's a holly hedge, and it's growing. I mean, it's blooming in the middle of winter. And the girl is not a servant. She's actually a symbol of the people that he rules, his nation, his country, his people. And it's kind of like he has his foot in the pool. And this is the guy that, he's the king. He's prosperous because he's very meticulous. But he's also very earthy. So this is a guy that disguises himself, heads down to the pubs, walks through the market, what have you, and he talks to people, and they don't know who he is. He walks around in disguise, and he's the king. And so he's really in touch with his people, and that's what the young lady holding his foot is. He keeps his foot in the water, so to speak. You know, it's not that she's there warming him. He really doesn't need it, and she doesn't either because her feet are bare and she's not freezing or uncomfortable. Okay, so that was your past. So what is the present for Sagittarius? Well, it would appear that Sagittarius, you're manifesting. that is. Alwyn coming down on, coming down from the sky. Alwyn is spirit. I'm sorry. This is Celtic, so this is spirit. This is somebody who's been through a lot of drama or a lot of things, and he's learned to control all four elements. He's learned how to control all four suits of the deck. So, and he's learned to take this power from above and make it so below. It's a lot more complicated than that, but that's what it is. Okay. So, future, please, future. Oh, the couple loves. So, apparently that's what you're manifesting is love. Or a relationship. Give me a minute. The puppy is stuck in the bathroom. I'm so sorry. Come on, you. Behave. And be quiet. Grandma's working. Okay. Yes, I have a grand puppy. He got stuck in the other room. I'm so sorry I did. I said, but if you have pets, you understand. All right. So, Spirit's advice. Ooh. Is the Knight of Cauldrons. So this would be the Knight of Cups in another suit. And he's standing at the river of life deciding where he wants to go, what he wants to do, what he wants to pursue. Okay. But that is a raven or a crow. Either one. But I'm going with a raven. It's a pretty big bird. The ravens were Odin's messengers. They would circle the earth and bring him back all the messages. So I get the essence that's what's going on with this one. Before he crosses over that river, he's checking. He's not spying, but intelligence gathering. But it's not just on whoever his focus is on. It's, if he's crossing the river into another village, it might be a good idea to know who's around. He's right. A dragon. They've known each other since birth. I don't know. It's just, it's a message. And I think what it's telling you is to be open to messages. Especially if it has to do with relationships, love. It doesn't have to be romantic love. Typically that's considered romantic love, but it can be self-love. And it can be love of others. That means family, siblings, what have you. Parents. But if he's offering his cup, it's most likely romantic love. And that's Spirit's advice. If you have your sights set on somebody, or that could be communication coming into you. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm actually not looking at anybody in particular. So, that could be somebody coming into me. And that's where you come into, okay, take note of your intuitive messages, because, you might miss that if you're not listening. This could be something very subtle, like, you can crush somebody if they're looking at you like you're this queen, and you're like, hey, dude, I'm just doing my job, whatever. And you don't realize it because you're not listening to your intuition. And it is winter, and it's a rough time, and you're just before Christmas, so everybody's really distracted, but you do need to take care of your own needs. And as for Christmas shopping and whatnot, that's all fine, well and good. I mean, I love giving gifts, and so does everybody else. But, you know, don't overspend. This is not the time to be playing crazy. Okay? So, and it looks like rebirth is assured. So, what's the future outcome? Abundance. And that looks like somebody that's found a family. But they're still working on their abundance. That's working hard, but it's not just working hard, it's working smart. This is somebody that's going to fine-tune his craft and continue to fine-tune his craft as he goes along. And if I don't know if you can see it, but in the background, those are the 3 ships coming in. And in case you missed it, rebirth is assured if you follow Spirit's advice. So I'm saying, I think somebody's bringing an offer to you. Doesn't mean you have to accept it, but you at least have to acknowledge it. Think about it, and because, you know, and follow your intuition. But always take care of your own needs, because, you know, that could be something that you called in way in the past that is not something that you're attuned to, but I don't get that impression. I think this is somebody coming in that you either this is, I just get the impression this is someone from your past. You're calling in a soulmate, and you don't even know it. Or you may not even be calling them in. They're echo, it's a bat, echolocation. You may not be calling this person in. They're looking for you. And they can't find you because you're so focused on what you're doing. You're so intent on what you're creating. They can't find you. They're using echolocation. This is someone from your past. And they've got the raven out looking for you. And the bat. Oh my God. I told you they work together. Because they can't find you because you're not manifesting them. You're not even thinking about a cup of love. You're over here thinking about your abundance. You're building. You're taking care of your empire. And you're taking care of your own needs. That's why it's telling you to use your intuition, because you're so focused on this, you miss it all. It's like, you got, oh, what? Who? No. All right, let me clarify some of this stuff. And I'm sorry, my videos are getting so long, but that's exactly what an echolocation. Of course it is. So, in the past, and the reason you were able to become the King of Pentacles, you went through a brutal past, okay? And it took a lot of strength to come out of that and become that King of Pentacles. Not just the abundance part of the King of Pentacles, it's that you became balanced and you learned. You learned. Because he's not only balanced in his, he's balanced in the way he rolls. See, since he's down in the streets and he actually knows what's going on, he doesn't just trust his advisors. He takes his advisors' advice, of course. But he's down there and he has the pulse of the people. So, you know, that person that's being accused of something, he may have known for 5 years or so. And he knows better, you know. And whatever he did in his past is his past. And it probably was brutal, but he drew strength from it. And perhaps he was the one that was injured and hurt, or they were trying to take his kingdom like he was a child or something, and people were trying to steal it from him, and it was a brutal past. Whatever it was, it taught him strength And that's why he rolls so well. He didn't turn dark and nasty. He turned truth-like. And he will find the truth. And it took a lot of strength for him to get there. And so I'm going to say that's you. And now you're trying to manifest something, and justice. Now just remember, justice is not necessarily judgment. So if you manifested this justice, then it may take a long time to come in, because that's the Knight of Pentacles. And that's a very, very slow, meticulous energy. But he always crosses the finish line. Not all the other knights do. Okay? Alright. Please clarify the Ace of Cups. Please clarify the Ace of Cups for Sagittarius. Oh, and there you are hanging around. You're not just hanging around. You are in the hangman's position, and you are trying to find a different perspective on things, because apparently love is not something you were really looking at, which makes sense. You're ruling your kingdom. You're out there doing other things. You're busy. And you didn't expect, well, where in the hell did that come from? I swore twice in my videos. How about that? So he's in the crane position, which is a druid position of meditation. There's an entire library behind him, and he doesn't have access to it while he's hanging upside down. So he really is getting this from a different perspective, because maybe because it's love. If he had that brutal of a past, it took that much strength, and he has compassion for his people, he may never have really known that kind of love, or doesn't trust it, one of the two, or both, actually. So please clarify this for Sagittarius. Please clarify the Ace of Cups for Sagittarius. Oh, yeah, you have a devil in your past. Look, the devil energy is passion. The cautionary tale with the devil is that it can become toxic, because it's very, very passionate, very fiery, but you're a fire sign, so, I mean, what do you expect? But know that. Look at it. That's why I'm telling you to look at it. You don't have access to the books. You don't need access to the books. You just need to look at it from a different perspective. Don't get so involved in a relationship that it consumes all your time. Then it becomes toxic. Okay? I mean, I can't stay home from work for a week. I'm going to lose my job, you know? Unless you're sick, etc. So, it looks like you have someone from your past coming in that may not be good for you. And they may be offering a cup of love, but it looks like you have two people coming in, because that Knight of Pentacles is offering that cup too. So you need to choose wisely, because there's that Knight of Cauldrons offering you that. Whatever it is, and it could be one person or many. You'll have to discern that for yourself. I'm sorry, it's a general collective reading, not a, and even sometimes then it's not really clear. But you have the Wheel of Fortune, and whatever it is, it's moving in your favor. Fortune is moving in your favor. Okay? So consider, you don't have to accept the cup, but consider the cup. At least recognize that somebody's offering you a cup. Because, you know, Me, I'm like, who, me? I mean, I literally just realized somebody was trying to get me to go out with them, and I was oblivious. I didn't really click. It was an odd circumstance, so. And this, things moving in your favor. You can't feel bound, whatever it is. If you're bound to someone in the past, well, let it go. If you are bound to somebody that's in a situation with someone else, let it go. Okay? If it's meant to be, it will be. Spirit will bring whoever is going to. If you're in love with somebody that's going through a divorce because they're going through a divorce and you've got nothing to do with it, okay, you can't stay bound to that person. That could take years. And the perfect person for you might come in the door. You can't do that stuff. You are not bound. And that goes back to this. So you're stuck in this. You're not bound. Okay? Just because somebody comes up and asks you to go out, if you're not feeling it, you don't have to go out with them. I mean, don't be just swatting them away like flies or anything, but, you know. I mean, sometimes we just know. But if you're getting rid of them so that you can work because you're in this energy, this Five of Cups energy, then you need to stop that too. Because that past is gone. There's no retrieving it. It's mingled with the water and it's gone downstream. You can't go find every molecule of it. It's gone. What you're doing is you're grieving yourself to death over something that you can't have when Spirit is right behind you with two amazing gifts. And you can't see it because you can't get out of that. You've got to let that go. You're not bound. And you don't have to cry over spilt milk. I mean, you have a rebirth coming. You need to take care of yourself. And you need to follow your intuition. That's the only way you can have. I mean, you got rebirth sitting next to rebirth. Okay. And you have amazing happiness coming in. Okay. And this is higher education, whatever. But I think in this case, it's the other sense of this card is balancing your physical and your spiritual self. And that goes with the intuitive, taking care of yourself, and the rebirth. I think once you find balance, you'll get out of that tree. Okay? So, don't stay in that. It's all right to grieve. It's all right to grieve. It's all right to, but I think we're in this letting go phase. So, let's call down some Archangel cards. And it's sensitivity. Boy, that's another one that keeps coming up. Archangel Haniel, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. And trust me, I'm a Sagittarius. Cried on the way home. I have no idea why I was crying on the way home. I can't even remember now why. So I must have healed it and released it. Alright. And it's telling you to have courage. And this is Archangel Azrael. And it's be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Okay. And at the bottom of the... And this is another card. These cards keep coming up. It's almost crazy. I've never seen anything like this. With all the zodiac signs, almost all the reads have at least one of these cards and multiples of the other cards. It's like everybody's going through the same thing, and maybe they are. There's like a big awakening going on. Gentleness. Archangel Sandalphon. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. Okay? So, you have a rebirth. You need to balance yourself because you have ultimate happiness coming out. I think right now what you need to do, you're under a lot of pressure and you need to take care of your own needs. And you need to follow your intuition. Okay? You have manifested something. You have love coming in. You just need to, I think it's, don't be stuck on the past. Oh, Lord. Don't be stuck on the past. I think Spirit's trying to bring somebody else in towards you. And don't be oblivious to it. Because, I mean, like I said, I get lost in my work. And, you know, my daughter's like, did you notice that? And I'm like, notice why? She, I think he wanted to ask you out, and I'm like, he who? You know, I mean, like, I'm totally oblivious. I'm so concentrating on what I'm doing. And I think that Sagittarius is good. We're so excited about learning and moving and adventure and doing things that we don't always, and while we're very friendly and what do you mean he's interested in me? Have you lost your mind? And apparently he was, because who knows? I don't know. And I'm sorry that I didn't notice. It's not because that you're not noticeable. It's because I was so busy over here. And I think that's what Spirit's trying to tell you. Don't do that. Don't be me. Okay? And that's the only reason I'm sharing that experience is that, oh, well, who knew? Well, everybody but me. Apparently everybody knew but me. Okay? And even the person is laughing about it now because it's like, how could you miss that? But, and we're still friends, but it's funny. So, and I shouldn't be sharing that much about myself, but I mean, you know, just put it into your life perspective. It's just, you have good things coming in. You have the Wheel of Fortune coming. You have ultimate happiness coming in. Don't get so focused on whatever you're doing that you're just 20 years later. Oh, is that what that meant? Yeah. So, and that's quite likely, you know. So, I don't know what to tell you. This is an amazing read. You do have things coming in for you. You need to balance your spiritual and your earthly self. You have rebirth. You have all this. You have ultimate happiness coming in. Don't play with that devil. You don't have to hang upside down. You got a whole library back there. You know. Just, you'll know. If it's toxic, let it go. If it's passionate, it may not be bad. If it's passionate, it might be because this Pentacle, this Knight of Pentacles, had to wait so long to get there. But if that's the devil energy and it's just passionate and there's not going to be anything there spiritually and it's just physical and it's going to go away, I mean, why bother? Other than, you know, why lose this over this? Okay. So, you got to follow your intuition and you got to take care of yourself. So, I don't know. And it's going to be another long read, and I'm trying to shorten these up, but I hope you enjoyed the read. I know it touched some people. But, because I can feel their energies. But, if you like the videos, hit like, subscribe, and share. And then make sure you hit the bell icon so you get future videos. I'm sorry, these eclipse readings, I mean, like, just expanded. They're almost double in size. My videos aren't usually this long, but you know, hey, we got to get the message out, and there you have it. So I hope you liked it, and thank you for watching it, and I hope you find the message in this. And like I said, it's a general collective reading, so I'm feeling 4 or 5 extremely different energies in here. So, and just bear with me, and I'm tired, and I just got home from work not too long ago. So I hope you have a great evening. Thank you for watching, and I hope you love the videos. Have a great night.